It was a dark and stormy, rainy, snowy, rainbowy, drizzly, wet, dry, sunny, cloudy, partly gross, partly stunning day when Kirk and I arrived in Reykjavik. Really, that's what Iceland is like. There's a joke in Maine that goes, if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes. Turns out they have the same joke in Iceland, except you only have to wait 15 seconds, and they're not kidding. That said, the calamitous climate did not stop me and my camera-wielding sidekick from bursting into Iceland's capital with giant smiles on our faces. The rollicking, rolling ride across the ocean was over.
North Atlantic, the weather on the way. See Iceland, we are coming from here. And this is Wednesday, Thursday. Wind is coming from the north between Greenland and Canada, Newfoundland. And here is very strong wind, but it is close to Iceland. We will not be south of Greenland until Friday afternoon or something.
Trust me, Kirk and I were prepared to get seasick the moment we got on this cargo ship to follow Maine wild blueberry jam to Iceland. We brought every manner of nausea suppression we could find. Pills, medicated strips, wristbands, ginger candies, and you want to know something? It worked. So well, in fact, even the crew took some of what we brought because the ocean showed us what the word mighty really means.
This is the plan, last loading from Arkansas to Reykjavik. And you can see the cargo is almost all on deck because we try to have the ship a little bit soft in the morning, moving, tender. And the weight of the cargo is so light, so we try to keep it so it will be soft on the sea. Soft rolling.
So it's not
Yeah.
up and down, up and down?
Yeah, it can be up and down, but the rolling will be a little more slowly.
Soft rolling. It sounds nice, but in reality, it's false advertising. Yeah, technically the EFAVA can list more than it did on our trip without capsizing, and the crew will tell you it has, but even on day one, they told us we should pray for a decent voyage.
Waves, we have to slow down, and the speed is dropping. From time to time, some splash.
The fiercest waves topped 20 feet at times. The sun could be out, but mountains of water still charged on in blue, gray, and bubbly. Spray flew across the deck, so fast it could drown someone standing in it. No one went outside, save for one quick trip to secure our survival suits. Everything from walking to typing was difficult, and sleep was farther away than Maine at this point.
Rolling in the deep.
Soup pots were tied down, chairs were strapped and taped, but no matter what we did to prepare,
I made some duct tape rope, and I tied this chair down.
the sea would find a way to put us back in our places.
Oh, the duct tape failed. No.
Then, on the last day, everything changed. Rainbows appeared in every direction. Curiosity brought a flock of birds to our stern, which made us realize Iceland,
Our first form of life was seen in 5 days.
I know.
was but a sunrise away. Monday, October 15th, 2018. On the deceivingly dark morning of this day, a glaring bright light appeared off the EF Ava's starboard side. Behind it, a shimmering golden glow. Under a sky as wild and blue as, well, wild blueberry jam, an Icelandic pilot boat pulled alongside our ship. In October, this far north, the sun doesn't make an appearance until after 8 a.m. It rose as we slipped into Reykjavik harbor. The Icelandic coast seemed to absorb the ocean like a sponge. Structures, islands, and mountains became clear. Finally, flags up, with not so much as a bump, our ship-sized parallel parking job was done.
Thank you, Mr. Pilot.
Roughly a third of Iceland's 333,000 residents live in Reykjavik. Millions of tourists stroll around here each year, darting in and out of shops. There are no trains, just traffic and buses. This metropolis, hugged by mountains on one side and sea on the other, is the final destination for a lot of the wild blueberry jam from Maine. Containers holding the jars of wild Maine business come off the ships in this terminal, more than 4 times the size of Portland's. Their next stop is this building, itself packed away tightly in a plaza 5 minutes from the docks.
Does the stuff from Maine show up like this, or?
If I take maybe 20 pallets at a time, it would come like this. But usually we're taking around 10 pallets.
This is Hildur,
Aðalsteinsdóttir.
and now you know why I didn't try to say her last name. She's the owner of HB Heidelverslan, a company that distributes food and toy products across Iceland.
So it's in a container, but gets taken out and driven here.
Just poke my head in.
Yeah. They're actually making hotels now from containers.
I can see why.
Yeah, it's big. My daughter is now in a kindergarten which is built from 4 40-foot containers.
Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, your daughter's in kindergarten
Yeah,
in a
and-
container?
Yeah, literally in a container. And it's warm and nice and looks cozy and has windows and everything.
You don't feel like you're at work when you go over there, or?
No.
Hildur is on the receiving end of any Stonewall Kitchen shipments headed to Iceland. From this spot, she takes in and unpacks all kinds of sauces and foods made in Maine. Aiolis, ketchup for a restaurant 6 hours north of Reykjavik, and of course, wild blueberry jam. Hildur has spent years cultivating relationships with different stores across Iceland and delivers many shipments herself.
Not all of them are selling the same, but they are all of them, they're all of them selling.
How are the blueberries doing?
Really good.
Really?
Yeah, even though people in Iceland, women in Iceland make a lot of jams themselves, but still we are selling it really well.
One place where Maine wild blueberry jam is stocked and loved is this little store in Reykjavik's Vesterberg neighborhood.
We expand from the inside, as you say. There's a building here on the side, so we just try to find ways to make more space.
Peter Gudmundsson owns Melabuten, a specialty food store that's a compact maze of charcoal drinks, Icelandic skyr yogurt,
That's really good.
and lamb's heads?
These are the lamb heads that we boil every day. They are sold warm, very good.
He looks like he's having a good time
Oh, yes. This was introduced to Iceland I think it's about 10 years ago. And I think they started here. It has become more popular and we love it. Often we get items that start and then they just fade away.
The wild blueberry jam did not fade anywhere. Instead, it brought a bunch of other marinades along with it. From the warehouse, they all gather on this shelf, waiting to be selected by a discerning Icelander. Someone who might, need some more traditional Icelandic cuisine for his or her picnic.
You have to taste this.
Oh, I see
Are you a
shark.
man
I
or a
know.
mouse?
I think I know what this is. I think I'm a man, but I haven't tried this yet. Not that bad.
Come on. He's a man.
Yeah, old-timey Icelandic cuisine is certainly not for the faint of gizzard.
If you would be here in February, we would have this sour meat, it's þorri. Then we have old traditional food with the ram testicles, sheep heads, and whale meat.
Stinky shark is one thing, whale is a whole other level of Viking controversy we're not about to bite into. Instead, Kirk and I stuck to the basics.
This is a great fish here. This is smoked lamb, cooked and sliced, put on flatbread. This is what we take for going out hiking.
Like a snack.
Yes.
For the wilderness or whatever.
Despite picking up all these goodies, there was nothing I could do to stop Kirk from, well, you'll see.
Hackerel. Yeah, it's apparently a delicacy here. Everybody's supposed to try some, though many people don't like it. I don't really like fish, so jeez, this is nasty. Nasty stuff. Oh my god, did you smell it before you ate it?
No, I just went for it.
Oh my god. No. That's disgusting. That's nasty. It's got like a hard, it's really chewy. Oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life. Oh my god, it's just awful. I could wash it down with a little bit of fish jerky, I guess. Ugh. How did you eat that this morning? I don't know. It's disgusting. I love Iceland. It's a beautiful country. It rains every few minutes. Then it gets sunny. Then it rains. But I tell you what. No. No.
Thankfully, we also ate out. Reykjavik is a city full of food, views, churches, views from churches, and a unique history dating back to the Vikings. It was a group of Vikings, after all, trying to escape taxes in mainland Scandinavia, who first settled Iceland after stealing some women from Ireland. 21st century Reykjavik is a bit more orderly. It's full of bike paths, glass skyscrapers, and ironically, high taxes. Millions of those kroners were invested here, the Harpa Convention Center on Reykjavik's waterfront. This shimmering combination of glass, stone, and steel has become a premier venue for conventions and events, like the 2018 Arctic Circle Conference, which coincided with our visit. People from Norway, Iceland, and most importantly Maine, network here to figure out ways to do business together.
It's really about igniting new ideas and new relationships. That's where the nucleus of anything happens.
Eric Carlson is an engineer from a Portland consulting firm. The lights, traditional Scandinavian dress, and jazz covers of Britney Spears songs were inspiring him to network. Eric told me he'd be taking a bunch of new ideas back with him to Maine, and he wasn't the only one taking home a trade souvenir. Outgoing Governor Paul LePage, who we could not catch up with because of a scheduling conflict, left with this picture. It shows a delegation from Maine with a delegation from Greenland after a trade discussion. The goal, to use new Arctic shipping routes to connect businesses in these two North American lands.
We're here in a zone where you have people from all over Northern Europe, from the United States, collaborating, working together to make a better place.
Leif Erikson discovered America hundreds of years before Columbus. Today, North America is discovering Reykjavik as a place to exchange ideas, change planes, take pictures atop a scary-looking church, and have fun the whole time. But the real beauty of Iceland is found outside the city, in landscapes that haven't changed for thousands of years. Landscapes we'll explore next time on Ship Me Out.